afternoon, YouTubers, on this lovely Sunday afternoon. Bloody sunny, no rain, yay. This video is all about the IT hack that was happened yesterday. It's now apparently even bigger, like 150 countries, 100,000 individuals and organisations have been affected by this hack. Wow, that we'll find out more next week as we go forward into the working week and things like that. But that is a big one. That is bad. I mean, obviously, people send out those Nigerian prince needs money, there's scam emails and stuff. And there's various types of hack, but to have that many done by the same hack in one day, that's unbelievable. The fact the NHS was affected is probably due down to someone at another organisation like Nissan wanting to book a doctor's appointment. They're already been hacked. He sent an email off the server, off his admin server or something. Sent an email to his local doctor in a hospital, and that's got on their system. They've sent an email to another hospital, and it's all gone like that, very quick. That's how quick it can go. Pretty bad, to be honest. I'm not really sure what to say on it, apart from it's pretty shocking that it's got this far this quick, but it's what it is. Other news. Yeah. At the moment, there's a big thing in Australia about recreational use of drugs and sportsmen. There's been a couple of scandals last weekend. And the reporting on that seems to have died down a bit as well. But that was big. My DIY yesterday went slightly wrong. Almost set fire to my mate's house. Oops, I'm not doing that again. But yeah. But there doesn't seem to be really much in going on at the moment. Apart from the main sorts of the French presidential stuff like that, we're talking about little bits and pieces. There don't seem to be a lot of going on really. There's been the occasional celebrity like Prince Harry or a sportsman talking about depression or mental health or drug addiction or alcoholism. There's been the occasional one of them random little interviews in newspapers and in magazines on the telly. But there's not really much going on. If I'm honest, this has been quite a slow news week, really. But what I have noticed is a third of French voters voted for the far right. So when Merkel comes to have her election at some point this year, she's got to be a bit nervous, I think. We got our election in 3 weeks, something like that. Register to vote by the 22nd of May if you want to vote. And there's loads of people who are going to be like, oh, I'm going to vote, and then they don't, and they have a whinge and a whine, and they go, I don't want this government. Well, you didn't vote, so that's your own fault. Those type of people's, yeah. But no, it's kind of surprising how things have gone. But this cyber hack though, I mean, if people at home on their home PCs have had dodgy emails and viruses, and you got your antivirus systems. But this is actually quite surprising because it hasn't affected every hospital. It hasn't affected every hospital trust. So it's a bit hit or miss, but it has shut down some of the hospitals pretty severely. They're having to turn people away. But half people go to hospital don't need to be there anyway. But they do say, gee, this is just... It's a bit confusing, but someone high up in the Ministry of Health is probably getting sacked. A civil servant has probably just been sacked. But then again, I don't agree with Jeremy Hunt being the health secretary. He's a bit of a wanker. Even his own party have said, you are a wanker in the past. But it doesn't matter if it was a Labour government or a Conservative government or coalition government, whoever's in charge. It was going to happen. People were saying since 2007 you've got to update to the later Windows operating systems. You've got to get the patches, and they didn't do it. So the way the NHS is structured now is a little bit more independent from the Ministry of Health, Department of Health. So they get given more trusts, get given more local powers. It's up to the individual trusts to upgrade their systems and infrastructure and parking arrangements and all sorts like that. And they chose not to. A lot of them. Those that did upgrade, fair play. Those that haven't, well, then there you go. You're stuck on Windows XP, and you were off. You were actually warned about this possible hack 3 months ago. That there was a possibility, because according to some sources, this hack software was developed by the NSA. So the American spy agency developed it, and someone's downloaded it. And as soon as that was known in IT security circles, any organisation still used XP, even just to have backup files in the server, like out of the way, not even on the main computers, was told, we're giving you an emergency patch from Microsoft. Unfortunately, they did not install said patch, and bugger. And it was free. It wasn't like Microsoft had got pay for this, because they discontinued upgrades and updates for Windows XP in 2014, which was, 3 years ago they discontinued upgrade patches. So they've had 3 years to get a new system in place, update the systems. And yes, the NHS is a massive organisation. It's one of the biggest employers in the world. But as it's a government-funded organisation as well. So it's just shows the ineptitude of, like, sometimes civil servants just not doing their job properly. Yeah. Well. More will follow on this. I will talk to you guys later. I'm half asleep. I have to go do some DIY again, and this time try not to burn my mate's house down. Toodle pip.